Hello everybody. Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today, we will dive deep into the dramatic whirlwind surrounding Michael Corinthos' return to Port Charles, the heartfelt exit of a longtime actor, and the exciting future prospects for one of daytime television's most beloved characters. Buckle up as we explore the emotional layers, behind-the-scenes transitions, and tantalizing possibilities that await in the world of General Hospital. From explosive comebacks to personal revelations, this is a story that fans won't want to miss. The triumphant return of Michael Corinthos to Port Charles. Michael Corinthos made a jaw-dropping entrance back into the heart of Port Charles this past May, emerging stronger than ever after an extensive recovery period at a cutting-edge burn treatment center in Baden-Baden, Germany. The road to healing wasn't just physical for Michael, it represented a profound emotional rebirth as he fought to reclaim his life and his family. Upon his return, he secured full custody of his two young children, a victory that tugged at the heartstrings of longtime viewers who have followed his tumultuous journey through family feuds and personal tragedies. But that's not all. Michael also welcomed a new chapter of joy with the arrival of a baby alongside his partner, Sasha Corbin. This unexpected bundle of hope has added a fresh dynamic to his storyline, painting him as a devoted father navigating the complexities of love and responsibility. Adding to the excitement, the role of Michael is now portrayed by the talented Rory Gibson, who has seamlessly slipped into the character's shoes with a renewed intensity. Gibson's portrayal captures Michael's grit and vulnerability in a way that has resonated deeply with the audience. From heated boardroom battles at ELQ to tender family moments, Gibson has brought a nuanced depth to Michael's evolution. Fans have embraced this change with open arms, flooding social media with praise for how he has honored the character's legacy while carving out his own unique interpretation. Beyond the screen, the transition has sparked curiosity about what lies ahead for Michael, with rumors swirling about potential alliances and betrayals that could shake the very foundations of Port Charles. Chad Duell's emotional farewell and personal struggles. Behind the glitz and drama of General Hospital, a poignant real-life story unfolded as Chad Duell, who embodied Michael Corinthos for an impressive 15 years, made the difficult decision to step away from the role. During an intimate Instagram live session on Thursday, June 26, Duell opened his heart to fans, sharing the deeply personal reasons behind his departure. Becoming a father himself while grappling with the profound loss of his own father, Duell found himself at a crossroads, needing time to recalibrate his personal and professional priorities. He spoke with raw honesty about the toll that years of intense storytelling had taken on him, describing a battle with both mental and physical exhaustion that left him feeling depleted. Duell recounted mornings where even the simplest act of getting out of bed felt like climbing a mountain. He admitted to dragging himself to the set, wrestling with an unexplainable fatigue that clouded his passion for acting. After seeking medical advice and undergoing tests, he uncovered a personal health challenge that he chose to keep private, though he assured fans that he is taking steps to address it. His transparency struck a chord with viewers, many of whom expressed admiration for his courage in prioritizing his well-being over the demands of a high-profile role. Duell's story serves as a reminder of the often unseen struggles that actors face behind the glamour of daytime drama, highlighting the importance of mental health awareness in the entertainment industry. A graceful transition and words of support. In a gesture of true professionalism, Chad Duell extended a warm hand of support to Rory Gibson, the actor who stepped into the iconic role of Michael Corinthos. During his Instagram live, Duell emphasized his desire to ensure a smooth handover, consciously stepping back to allow Gibson the space to make the character his own. "I didn't want it to be all about me," Duell shared with a sincerity that resonated with his audience. He expressed genuine happiness at hearing how well Gibson has been received, noting that the feedback from fans and castmates alike has been overwhelmingly positive. This act of kindness and humility has only deepened the respect that the General Hospital community holds for Duell, who has always been known for his collaborative spirit on set. The transition itself has become a fascinating subplot in the ongoing saga of General Hospital. Rory Gibson, a relative newcomer to the soap opera scene, has brought a fresh energy to Port Charles, infusing Michael with a subtle intensity that hints at new conflicts on the horizon. Fans have speculated about how this change might influence upcoming storylines, with some theorizing that Michael could face unexpected challenges from within his own family, particularly as old rivalries with the Quartermains resurface. Gibson's chemistry with the rest of the cast, especially in emotionally charged scenes with Sacha Corbin, has added a new layer of intrigue, leaving viewers eager to see how his interpretation of Michael will evolve over time. Chad Duell's future, mystery and possibilities. When it comes to what lies ahead for Chad Duell, the actor remained tantalizingly tight-lipped during his Instagram live, though he couldn't resist dropping a few cryptic hints. He teased that he has some things in the pre-production stage, projects that he promised to unveil once they gain momentum. This air of mystery has sent fans into a frenzy of speculation, with many wondering whether Duell might explore roles outside the soap opera genre, perhaps venturing into primetime television or even film. His versatility as an actor, honed over years of playing the multifaceted Michael Corinthos, positions him as a strong candidate for diverse and challenging roles that could showcase his range. But the most electrifying revelation came toward the end of his live session when Duell dropped a bombshell. He might one day return to General Hospital. This possibility has ignited passionate discussions among fans, who are now buzzing with questions. If Duell does make a comeback, will he reclaim the role of Michael Corinthos, or could the showrunners introduce him as an entirely new character, perhaps a long-lost relative with ties to the Corinthos clan? The idea of Duell and Gibson both appearing on the show, potentially as rivals or allies, has sparked endless theories on fan forums. Some imagine a dramatic twin storyline, while others envision Duell returning as a mysterious figure from Michael's past, bringing buried secrets to the surface. The road ahead for General Hospital. As the dust settles on Michael Corinthos' return and Chad Duell's departure, the future of General Hospital feels more unpredictable than ever. Rory Gibson's portrayal of Michael promises to deliver fresh conflicts and emotional depth, with upcoming episodes hinting at a brewing storm within the Corinthos family. Meanwhile, Sacha and Michael's new baby introduces a softer side to the character, offering a counterbalance to the high-stakes drama that often defines life in Port Charles. Will Michael's newfound stability be tested by external forces, such as corporate power plays or lingering enemies from his past? Only time will tell. Chad Duell's potential return looms large over these developments, adding an extra layer of anticipation for longtime fans. Whether he steps back into Michael's shoes or takes on a completely different role, his history with the show guarantees that his comeback would be a seismic event. For now, viewers are left to ponder the myriad possibilities while celebrating the legacy that Duell built over 15 unforgettable years. As General Hospital continues to weave its intricate web of love, loss, and redemption, one thing is certain: the heart of Port Charles beats stronger than ever, fueled by the passion of its actors and the loyalty of its audience. Next, we will uncover the mysterious motives behind Brooklyn Quartermain's latest move in Port Charles, as she hires a lawyer and digs into some deeply buried secrets. There's a storm brewing among the Quartermains and their extended circle, and Brooklyn seems to be at the center of it all. Join us as we explore her enigmatic actions, speculate on her true intentions, and dive into the fan reactions that have set social media ablaze. With new details, creative twists, and a closer look at the complex relationships in this iconic soap opera, we've got a story that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Brooklyn's surprising legal move sparks questions. In a twist that has left General Hospital fans buzzing with curiosity, Brooklyn Quartermain has taken the unexpected step of hiring a lawyer, raising eyebrows across Port Charles. During a recent episode, viewers watched with bated breath as she embarked on a peculiar mission searching for Rocco Falcone's birth certificate. While it's no secret that the late Brit Western carried Rocco as a surrogate for Dante Falconeri and Lulu Spencer, Brooklyn's sudden interest in this piece of history feels like a puzzle waiting to be solved. Is she merely tying up loose ends, or does she have a hidden agenda that could disrupt the fragile balance of relationships in town? Her actions suggest she's after something more than just paperwork, and the tension is palpable as characters and fans alike wonder what she's truly up to. Adding fuel to the fire, sources close to the Quartermain mansion whisper that Brooklyn has been unusually secretive lately, often seen poring over old family records in the quiet of the night. Could this search for Rocco's birth certificate be linked to a broader scheme involving the Quartermain family's legacy, or is it a personal vendetta against someone from her past? The hiring of a lawyer hints at potential legal battles on the horizon, perhaps a custody dispute or a challenge to long-standing agreements made years ago. As Brooklyn navigates this murky territory, her determination seems unshakable, leaving us to ponder whether her motives are driven by justice, revenge, or a desperate need to protect someone she loves? Is Lulu Spencer the target of Brooklyn's investigation? The deeper Brooklyn digs, the more suspicion falls on Lulu Spencer, Rocco's biological mother and a figure with her own share of secrets tucked away in Port Charles' shadowy corners. Many speculate that Brooklyn's quest for Rocco's birth certificate might be a calculated move to unearth damaging information about Lulu, possibly to settle an old score or gain leverage in a simmering conflict. Their history is fraught with misunderstandings and betrayals, and it wouldn't be the first time Brooklyn has played hardball to make a point. Could she be aiming to expose a hidden truth about Lulu's past decisions regarding Rocco, or is this a broader attempt to challenge Lulu's moral high ground in their ongoing rivalry? New whispers in Port Charles suggest there might be more to Rocco's origins than meets the eye. While Brit's role as surrogate is well documented, some longtime residents recall hushed conversations about additional complications during that time, details that were swept under the rug to protect the fragile Falconeri-Spencer family dynamic. If Brooklyn uncovers evidence of manipulated records or undisclosed agreements, it could paint Lulu in a less than flattering light. Perhaps Brooklyn isn't seeking to destroy Lulu outright but rather to force a confrontation, using whatever she finds as a bargaining chip to address past wrongs. The stakes are high, and with a lawyer by her side, Brooklyn seems prepared for a fight that could redefine family ties in Port Charles. Fan theories explode over Brooklyn's intentions. As news of Brooklyn's actions spread, the General Hospital fanbase has erupted with theories, each more intriguing than the last, flooding online forums and social media with hot takes. One popular opinion suggests that Brooklyn is meticulously gathering dirt on Lulu, not to ruin her life, but to stage a dramatic face-off. A fan commented passionately, "I think Brooklyn wants to confront Lulu with hard evidence of her past mistakes, to show her she's not as perfect as she pretends to be." But without shattering Rocco or Dante's world, this perspective paints Brooklyn as a strategist, playing a long game to right perceived injustices without causing irreparable harm. Other viewers believe her actions are less about vengeance and more about honesty. Another fan mused, maybe she's planning to reveal something to Rocco himself, proving that Lulu hasn't always been transparent with her children. Despite her claims, this theory introduces a moral dilemma: will the young boy like Rocco be burdened with the complexities of adult decisions made before he was even born? Meanwhile, a more cynical take emerged from a longtime watcher who wrote, "I suspect the writers are just tossing this storyline out there to keep us guessing. They might not even know where Brooklyn's headed with this lawyer business. They're probably just setting the stage to bring Brit's memory back into focus." Regardless of the direction, fans are united in their eagerness to see how this legal maneuver plays out, with many tuning in daily to catch every clue. What's really driving Brooklyn Quartermain? Peeling back the layers of Brooklyn's character reveals a woman often caught between loyalty to her family and her own fierce independence, which might hold the key to her current actions. Her history in Port Charles is marked by bold moves and risky schemes, often motivated by a desire to protect those she cares about or to assert her place in the cutthroat Quartermain dynasty. Hiring a lawyer could be her way of arming herself against potential backlash as she wades into sensitive territory involving Rocco's parentage. But is she acting alone, or could someone else, perhaps a family member with their own agenda, pulling the strings behind the scenes? There's also the possibility that Brooklyn's pursuit is tied to a deeper emotional wound. Her complicated relationship with Lulu has long been a source of friction, fueled by feelings of being judged or misunderstood. Unearthing secrets about Rocco's birth might be less about the boy and more about forcing Lulu to confront her own flaws, mirroring the scrutiny Brooklyn has faced over the years. Additionally, with a lawyer involved, there's a chance this could escalate into a public scandal, dragging other Port Charles families into the fray. Imagine the ripple effects if buried truths about Brit's time as surrogate come to light, challenging long-held assumptions about loyalty and trust within the community. Rocco Falconeri, an innocent caught in the crossfire. At the heart of this unfolding drama lies young Rocco Falconeri, a child whose life has already been shaped by tragedy and loss with Brit's passing and the challenges faced by his parents, Dante and Lulu. Brooklyn's search for his birth certificate raises ethical questions about how much a child should know about the circumstances of their birth, especially when those details could alter their perception of family. Does Rocco even know the full story of how Brit came to be his surrogate mother, or has that chapter been glossed over in an effort to shield him from pain? Brooklyn's actions, while possibly well-intentioned, risk disrupting the stability that Dante and Lulu have worked so hard to build for their son. Complicating matters, there's a chance that Rocco might overhear whispers of this investigation, given how gossip travels like wildfire through Port Charles. If Brooklyn's findings lead to a public revelation, the emotional toll on Rocco could be immense, forcing him to grapple with questions about identity and belonging at a tender age. Fans are already debating whether Brooklyn has considered the collateral damage of her actions or if she's too consumed by her mission to see the bigger picture. As this storyline unfolds, the writers have a golden opportunity to explore themes of truth versus protection, a recurring motif in General Hospital's rich tapestry of family drama. The road ahead for Brooklyn and Port Charles. As the mystery of Brooklyn's legal maneuver deepens, General Hospital promises to deliver more twists and turns that will keep viewers glued to their screens. Will her search for Rocco's birth certificate unearth a bombshell that changes everything, or will it prove to be a dead end, leaving her to face the consequences of stirring up old ghosts? The potential return of Britt Westburn's memory into the narrative adds an extra layer of intrigue, as her complex legacy continues to cast a shadow over the Falconeri family. Meanwhile, Lulu's reaction to Brooklyn's meddling could ignite a fierce showdown, testing the boundaries of their already strained relationship. Beyond the immediate conflict, this storyline opens the door to broader questions about secrets and accountability in Port Charles. If Brooklyn succeeds in uncovering hidden truths, it could set a precedent for other characters to revisit their own buried pasts, unraveling alliances and sparking new rivalries. For now, all eyes are on Brooklyn Quartermain and her mysterious lawyer, as fans speculate whether her actions will lead to redemption, heartbreak, or something entirely unexpected. One thing is certain, in the world of General Hospital, no secret stays buried forever, and the fallout from this investigation could reshape the town's dynamics for years to come. Next, we will delve into the tumultuous world of Willow Tate, whose recent courtroom drama has left fans reeling and questioning whether she's truly learned her lesson. Port Charles is no stranger to heartbreak and betrayal, but Willow's current spiral has ignited fierce debates about her fitness as a mother, her tangled romantic entanglements, and the dangers she poses to those closest to her. Join us as we unpack the emotional fallout of her legal defeat, explore the brewing concerns surrounding her actions, and dive into the passionate opinions of the General Hospital fanbase. With fresh perspectives, inventive details, and a deeper look into the chaos surrounding Willow, this story promises to keep you hooked. Willow Tate's courtroom defeat, a wake-up call or missed lesson. In a heart-wrenching turn of events, Willow Tate faced a devastating loss in court recently on General Hospital, an outcome that tugged at the emotions of even her harshest critics. The ruling, which centered on custody arrangements for her children, painted a stark picture of the consequences of her recent choices. Yet, despite the gravity of this setback, many viewers and Port Charles residents alike are left wondering if Willow has truly grasped the severity of her situation. Her actions leading up to this moment, often perceived as self-serving rather than in the best interest of her family, have cast a shadow over her judgment, leaving a lingering sense of unease about her ability to prioritize her children's well-being over her personal desires. Whispers around town suggest that Willow's stubbornness may stem from a deeper emotional wound, perhaps a fear of losing control after so many turbulent years. Sources close to the Tate family hint that she's been confiding in close friends about feeling misunderstood, believing her intentions have been misread by the court and her loved ones. However, her apparent refusal to acknowledge the damage caused by her decisions, particularly her romantic missteps, fueled speculation that this legal blow might not be the humbling experience she desperately needs. As Willow navigates the aftermath, the question remains, will this defeat spur introspection, or will she double down on the path that led her here? A growing threat to her children and loved ones. Beyond the courtroom drama, a chilling concern looms over Willow Tate's unpredictable behavior, with many fearing she poses a genuine risk to those around her, most notably her young children. Her inability to see the ripple effects of her choices has left family and friends on edge, wondering if her emotional turmoil could lead to reckless decisions that jeopardize her kids' safety and stability. The stakes are higher than ever, especially in light of recent revelations involving the dangerous figure Jen Sidwell, whose shadowy presence in Port Charles has added an ominous layer to Willow's already complicated life. Could her entanglement with dubious influences drag her family into a web of peril? Compounding the worry is Michael Corinthos, who has been urged by close allies to remain vigilant, ready to step in at a moment's notice to protect the children should Willow's actions spiral further out of control. Insiders reveal that Michael has been quietly consulting with trusted confidants, preparing contingency plans to ensure the kids have a safe haven if the situation deteriorates. The undercurrent of tension between Willow and Michael is palpable, with their shared history of love and betrayal casting a long shadow over any hope of reconciliation. As Willow teeters on the edge of stability, Port Charles watches with bated breath, fearing the fallout of her inner demons gain the upper hand. Romantic entanglements, the dangerous obsession with Drew. At the heart of Willow's downward spiral lies her tangled romantic life, particularly her inexplicable devotion to Drew Kane, a fixation that many view as both irrational and destructive. Fans and characters alike have pointed out that her actions often seem driven by her feelings for Drew, rather than the needs of her children, a perspective that has only deepened the criticism against her. Her belief that marrying Drew could somehow mend her fractured family life, potentially regaining custody or public favor, has been met with skepticism, with many questioning whether she's chasing a fantasy rather than facing reality. This obsession has not only strained her relationships but also painted her as someone out of touch with the gravity of her responsibilities. Digging deeper, some speculate that Willow's attachment to Drew might be a coping mechanism, a way to fill the emotional void left by past traumas and failed relationships, including her marriages to Chase and Michael. Her history of infidelity, cheating on Chase during their marriage and later betraying Michael, has left a trail of broken trust, further isolating her from those who once stood by her side. A close friend of the family, speaking anonymously, suggested that Willow sees Drew as a lifeline, a symbol of redemption, even as others warn that this blind loyalty could lead to her ultimate undoing. With Drew's own complicated past in Port Charles, including political ambitions and personal scandals, Willow's allegiance to him might entangle her in conflicts far beyond her control. Fan reactions, frustration, and concern boil over. The General Hospital fanbase has been vocal about Willow Tate's recent arc, flooding online platforms with a mix of frustration, sympathy, and outright criticism over her choices. One impassioned viewer commented, "How can Willow not see that everything she's done revolves around Drew, not her kids? She actually thinks marrying him will fix this mess. She needs to stand on her own 2 feet and find herself, if not for herself, then for her children." This sentiment reflects a broader call for Willow to prioritize independence over romantic entanglements, urging her to rebuild her identity outside the influence of any man. Others have been less forgiving, pointing to her shared culpability in the betrayals that have defined her relationships. A fan wrote, "Both Willow and Michael are guilty for what went down with Chase. But at least Michael has a stable home. Willow doesn't even know where she'll be living next week, bouncing from state to state." This comment highlights the stark contrast in stability between the former couple, amplifying concerns about Willow's erratic lifestyle. Another viewer took a harsher stance, stating, "She's completely unhinged. That makes her a danger to her kids. An unstable person can't be a good mother, and her crazy devotion to Drew defies all logic." Michael sees this clearly. These reactions underscore the growing consensus among fans that Willow's current state of mind poses a real threat to her family's future. Michael Corinthos, the last line of defense. As Willow's world unravels, Michael Corinthos emerges as a pivotal figure, standing as a potential safeguard for the children caught in the crossfire of their mother's chaos. His own role in their shared history of infidelity has not gone unnoticed, with many acknowledging his part in the pain caused to Chase and others. However, Michael's current stability, both emotionally and in terms of providing a consistent home environment, tones him as the more reliable parent in the eyes of many Port Charles residents and fans. His readiness to intervene, especially with the looming threat of Jen Sidwell's influence over Willow, has become a focal point of speculation. Behind the scenes, sources suggest Michael has been grappling with his own guilt over the past, torn between a lingering sense of responsibility for Willow and the urgent need to protect his children. Rumors circulate that he's been in talks with legal advisors to ensure he has the necessary groundwork in place should an emergency rise. This protective stance also extends to his wariness of Drew, whose motives Michael openly distrusts, fearing that Drew's involvement could expose the family to further instability or even danger. As tensions mount, Michael's quiet resolve hints at a brewing confrontation, one that could redefine the boundaries of his relationship with Willow once and for all. What lies ahead for Willow Tate in Port Charles? As General Hospital hurtles toward the next chapter of Willow Tate's story, the uncertainty surrounding her future keeps fans on tenterhooks. Will her courtroom loss finally jolt her into self-reflection, prompting a genuine effort to rebuild her life for the sake of her children? Or will her fixation on Drew lead her further down a path of self-destructs? The specter of Jen Sidwell adds a dangerous wildcard to the mix, with whispers of his criminal ties raising fears that Willow's poor judgment could drag her family into a deadly conflict. Upcoming episodes tease heated exchanges and shocking revelations, promising to peel back more layers of Willow's fractured psyche. Beyond her personal struggles, Willow's arc touches on broader themes of redemption and accountability that resonate deeply within the Port Charles community. Her journey could serve as a cautionary tale for others, highlighting the destructive power of unresolved trauma and misplaced loyalties. Meanwhile, Michael's protective instincts and the growing rift with Drew suggest that a custody battle or even a public scandal might be on the horizon, further complicating Willow's already precarious standing. For now, one thing is clear: Willow Tate's story is far from over, and each new twist will test the limits of love, trust, and forgiveness in ways only General Hospital can deliver. Thank you for tuning into this in-depth exploration of the latest General Hospital spoilers. Stick with our channel for more updates, exclusive insights, and captivating breakdowns of all the drama unfolding in Port Charles. Until next time, keep watching and stay curious about what's next for Willow and beyond.